Imagine if you were stuck in a country with a huge population and not enough food. Would you help out? Or would you sit back and let all of this happen? Afghans are suffering every day from massive problems associated with food. Population is rapidly increasing amongst Afghans, making them suffer every day. This is whilst you are sat at home enjoying your food. Afghans are in a mess, and their people do not have the resources nor the time to do anything about it. They rely on the people of organisations to help them instead of aiming for independence. Let's face the facts. Due to these factors, the death rate is also huge. Every hour, 64.2 people die in Afghanistan due to the amount of food they have. However, there are 139.7 babies born an hour. Now, for some statistics. From this graph, it shows us just how much the growth rate of Afghanistan has changed over the past 12 years. As you can see, most of the growth has occurred during 2005 and 2006, meaning they would have really suffered to cater for all of those people in terms of crops and food. However, the rate is slowly moving down, making it only slightly easier for them to cope. They are still suffering every day to provide for all those people, as the population extends further. Most of this is through the current births that are happening throughout the country, not just the people moving in. This pie chart shows that some 40% of the country do not have food every day and skip most of their daily meals, as they don't have the food to feed themselves with. However, the other 60% still struggle to grow enough crops for them to eat. As their families are so big, they have to grow an awful lot of crops in order to feed them. Another big problem is that they don't often know how to grow the crops properly, or it's just the case that there's been a natural disaster. That 40% sometimes only get one meal a week compared to the others that are aiming to try to grow more for their families. Population is a big issue surrounding these statistics. This line graph shows the amount of people that have moved into the different areas in the last 5 years. Kochi is a small area in Afghanistan which has a small community of people. Most of the population are moving into the urban areas, showing us that they need most of the food. As they have a slightly bigger population, they are in need of more growth of crops. The government of Afghanistan is making many imports every year. These range from 1998 to 2002. As you can see, the most imports are made during 2000 and 2001. This was because they were obviously in need of food at that time and would have been desperate. However, they need to learn to grow their own crops and use their own resources instead of spending their money on their imports, which is putting them back in a dodgy position. Now, let's focus on the positives and look at some problem-solving methods. We could start by growing more crops, and we can do this by planting more seeds, investing in shelters to protect the plants from pests or natural disasters that may harm the food life. The people of Afghanistan need more knowledge on how to grow their crops, and to do that they need your help. But their biggest problem is the amount of water they have access to. So from these statistics, they have just shown you how much these people suffer and how their lives are gradually falling apart. Afghans are in desperate need of your help so they can gain the independence they need to carry on with their daily lives. So I leave it up to you to come to a conclusion. Go to our website at www.foodsecurityafghanistan.com or call us on 0468 373 80. Also, look on there for more interesting